EA Sports and the PGA Tour, so proud to bring you continuing coverage of the world of golf. Alongside Frank Novelo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
Well, that is perfect, right down the middle. What a nice way to get the day started.
Good chance to save par after that beautiful flop shot. Looked in trouble there at one stage.
Okay, that's finished off for a par. Now at the second hole here at Lighthouse, it's a par 3, 234 yards. Difficult hole, Frank, especially when the wind picks up.
It is, and you can see with that bunker on the right side, that's obviously the bailout area because the problem side is to the left of this green. That's where the cliff starts to run all the way down to the ocean. This is a very difficult par 3, not just because of its length, but because it's exposed to all of Maine's elements.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Okay, no damage there. Back-to-back pars to get the round going. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Pointe. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
That one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, do that. How about the read there? Perfectly judged, as that is home for an eagle. Fourth hole, and looking for a quality start. It's 411 yards and a par 4.
No fairway bunkers or bunkers really to contend with here. Cliffs to the left and also water on that side. But one of the wider fairways on this front side, made up for by a very small green. What a way to feel. Eagle on the previous hole, just swinging easy and just stripes another one. You playing with house money?
Well, that was always a possibility with that chip shot. Just leaked away, I think, a little bit more than he wanted.
Well, it is slick around the hole, but that did motorbite.
Okay, birdie streak comes to an end, but it's a good putt there to save par. Now at the 5th hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers, you sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Well, he's overshot the green here.
Fire the caddy, Rich. Seriously. At any other club other than that one.
This from 7 feet. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. Got to fly that. Green's not too deep, so really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
Okay, safely aboard. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And a dead straight look here. Very little break, just has to get it on line.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Pointe. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie. Well, somehow, that ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage.
Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Okay, just how you draw it up. That one in for a birdie. Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish and that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage.
This one has a chance to be close. Yeah, very good shot, taking it in right of the hole, and a good look upcoming. 6 feet now for birdie. Ah, yes, well done. It's a birdie to move to 4 under now on the day. Now to the par 5 ninth. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult 3-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Now this for another birdie. Oh, yeah, what a run here, making the turn. Birdies at 8, 9, and again at the 10th. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it. That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Very smooth there. That one in for a birdie. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why Just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Well, this is left all the way.
That hit that tree hard and bounced straight into the rough.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th. From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
Good soft hands. That is nicely done. Chance now for another birdie. Okay, just how you draw it up. That one in for a birdie. Oh, that's how you do it right there. The approach misses the target, but the putter coming through from off the green, and that is a bit of a surprise birdie. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Pointe with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right, but missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4. Good chance at one.
Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
Very smooth there. That one in for a birdie. We begin the finishing stretch here at Lighthouse Pointe with the downhill 241-yard par 3 16th, bunker in the back, but open access to the pin otherwise. Fun hole here. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Now this for another birdie. Oh, there's the surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way. Magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Yeah, mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release in good shape. Look at this. What a putt from there. Nearly a miracle eagle. That was really well done. Well, job well done. Didn't want to waste those two good shots here at the par 5. Credit that lag putt. Good touch, good judgment of the speed, and he's rewarded with a nice birdie. We end our day here at Lighthouse Pointe with a par 4 18th. Under 400 yards. A good chance to go after the pin if you can stay in the fairway off the tee. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. So the ball on an upslope now for his second.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And that final birdie means that this will be a round of 58. Incredible. Frank, we saw it all today here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Pointe. We played about a 700-yard par 5 and almost 600-yard par 4. Some really demanding par 3s. This was enjoyable and challenging at the same time.
Challenging and long, 7,700 yards, but changes in elevation, the great vistas we saw. Really an enjoyable day. Golf's to be played in the elements. I certainly enjoyed calling the golf we saw today. And, well, Rich, tide's come in. Time for us to go.